Hello Baphomates, I'm Joe Petuna, and in about just short of 10 hours, I'll be doing my first ritual with the UK-based group Satanic Essex that I formed in late December. And yeah, very nervous, but we'll see how it goes, shall we? Oh, it's going to be fun. So this is the book I'll be reading from. So this has various prayers and stuff in it. This is specifically designated to be for rituals. I have my own standard book that I use as like day to day that has like various tenets by different groups and stuff like that. But this is specifically for rituals, for group rituals. This was actually a gift for me. This was actually given to me by one of my friends when I left my last job. It was like a parting gift, so it's really cool. Yeah, so here's kind of like what the ritual is going to be. My handwriting is atrocious, so what the ritual is, the kind of stuff we're going to be, the ancillary stuff for it. Yeah, so that's basically going to be what I'm going to be reading from. So I'm taking some bits off of my altar. So where my it's usually where my Baphomet sits. That's currently in the living room. Yeah, so I'm not really taking that much off the altar, which is handy. Obviously I've got my, probably take this picture of Lucifer as well from the Goethe Tarot. Yeah, I'll take that with me actually. So I'll also be bringing some tarot cards as well, some of them for decoration, because I think they look really good. I'll also be bringing like a selection of books for one of the tables for people to kind of browse and peruse. I haven't quite decided all of the books yet, but I think I'll bring some of the more significant titles. Because the ritual itself is only going to be like 10 minutes, but we've got the space for 2 hours. So we're going to be sitting... We're going to be standing around kind of talking, getting to know some of the people. Then we're going to do the ritual. Then there's going to be a guided meditation. One of my friends is basically bringing some of her wares to sell. So we'd have a good, I don't know, we'd have a nice half an hour of downtime afterwards selling stuff. And and so we've got just have some books for people to read as well if they are interested. So it should be fun. And kind of the other reason why I feel a bit flustered today is because it's Friday today, and at the end of this event, I'll literally be going to my friend's house because we've got like a weekend of circus gigs. So I'm basically going straight from there to my friend's house, stay over, and then do all these gigs. So I'm kind of double packing. So I've got to make sure I've got a lot of my circus stuff ready as well. So it's, yeah, so that's kind of why it feels a bit flustered, even though I don't really have to leave at least until like 12. It's kind of like 9:30 at the moment, so I've got another 2 and a bit hours before I even need to leave because I've got some other jobs to do. But yeah, I'm kind of ADHD brains too much at once, you know. So this is the selection of books I'm going to leave out for people to give a read. Most I've not really read through, but I think this one's quite a light read anyway. But yeah, so I thought something to do with the history as well would be useful. Not read these through that much, but the bits I've read I think are quite good, and of course the classic anyway. So I mean, I do have the other, I do have like notes, rituals, witch and warlock, but I've not heard great things about them, and I don't really think they would be good representations, but at least something, for lack of a better term, foundational. Yeah, it's about 12:05 now. I was supposed to leave about an hour ago, but got caught up with a whole bunch of stuff, so took me ages to pack, because obviously I said I've got to pack for the weekend as well and double check some stuff. And then literally was about to leave and I thought I'd get myself a can of drink, dropped one of those said cans, sprayed everywhere. I then had to go then I got completely covered. I got lemonade in my eye and my partner just came out, gave me a mop and stuff to clean it up. And then yeah, then I changed clothes. Yeah, so I've been really delayed in leaving, but as I said, this is just more social stuff anyway. I go see my dad, But yeah, I was supposed to be at his now actually, and I hate being late. But yeah, so yeah, I'm off to see him now. But that's kind of like where I am at the moment. Hopefully the day will kind of sort that a bit later. Also, sorry I keep looking there because I'm doing this on my phone and the camera's in a very weird place, but you know, here you are. So yeah, did it again. Okay, so left my lads a while ago now. I've headed into the town because I wasn't quite sure what time my partner would be able to come pick me up. So I'm now in town. She should be here in about 15-20 minutes. So I'm going to head into the shops, get some pomegranate juice. I've got the other bits for it now, so it should be okay. Some of my mates will be bringing cups and some other paraphernalia for tonight, so we should be covered there. Yeah, it felt like there was going to be a lot of hiccups along the way, especially from the beginning of the day, but it's like doing quite well. So I'm just going to go get some pomegranate juice and then then we'll continue on. The other thing I remembered is I'm here to also try and get some snacks and stuff, and then I just saw this. Feels a bit on the nose, but that's quite well. Backwards and forwards to the car, doing all the setup. Most people, about half people have arrived, so that's good. Yeah, and I'm just setting up shop. Hopefully should do, it's about 10 past, it's about 5 minutes past, so hopefully hopefully should go well. Actually just about to start, it's about 7:30, everyone's here who will be here, so I'm going to start the show. Well, I think it went really well. One of my friend Carly, she's going to be doing some interviews and stuff, so that's going to be posted up. But I'll show you some of the setups that we've got at the moment. So this is the table of wares being sold. Massive fan of these. These are handmade, aren't they?
They are. Bunny. On my lace cutter.
Give us your handle.
Moonchild Magic Crystals on all platforms.
Yeah, so Moonchild is selling her lovely stuffs. So as I said, with this, I kind of said to you at the time, hey, bring some stuff because it'd be really cool.
Bring stuff and things. So we have a mixture of like things made from bones and gargoyles, and then ritual sprays. We've got some beautiful Alistair Crowley badges, some very sexy rings over here, which are all on offer. And then if we go back over this way, we've got pendulum boards.
Pause to read, and here's the pendulum boards. So that's what we have got set up for there. Thank you for coming, and obviously I'd like to thank your friend as well for assisting. What was your name again, sorry?
Leslie.
Fantastic. Do you do social media stuff?
Yeah.
What's your social media handle?
Leslieton.
There you go. And got them over to the table. And so this is kind of like the information table. Doesn't look that great, but it is what it is. So I said these are the books that I chose to have for people to kind of give a read. Not everyone here is a Satanist. I mean, not everyone even really participated, which is fine. But it's still nice to have some information about it. And a nice fun look at the altar as it kind of ended. So yeah, I think it went quite well.
Okay, hiya. What's your name? Nice to meet you. So I've just got a few questions for you regarding the event today and the ritual and everything. Are you happy to answer those? Awesome. So how did you first find out about Satanism?
Basically just through friends.
Talk up a little. It's quite loud, so if you just talk up a little louder.
So basically through friends and through Joe mostly. I started watching his Hell Lust YouTube videos, and then I started looking into the channel, so I heard podcasts, and when Joe mentioned about this, I was like, I'll look into it.
Yeah, cool. How did you find out about this particular group?
Whereas Joe was Power, I've known Joe for years, I've known Anna for years, so...
Awesome. Okay, what's drawn you to this particular group? Your particular interest in this particular group?
I'm kind of like interested in the whole idea of Satanism. I think the tenets and stuff. I think the tenets and that are very interesting, especially considering the war reading because I didn't start reading. So I did rather with the whole Christian or Catholic background. I was completely neutral, and then I got introduced to it, and I was like, actually, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What were you hoping to get out of the ritual and everything this evening?
Just a very grounded nature, to let go of anything that's holding me back, and also to be in a room like my own.
Awesome. What did you think of the ritual? What did it make you feel? Did it fulfill your expectations?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. And do you have any feedback for future events or anything you want to add? Anything that you think we should include?
Not that I can think of right now.
No. Fair play. And for GDPR purposes, are you happy for me to add this to our online socials?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hiya. What's your name?
Sarah.
I have to ask this. Okay, how did you first find out about Satanism?
I was on, I think on Pinterest.
Talk up a little, he's loud.
I think it was on Pinterest, and I found someone had like screenshot the 8 Satanic Principles, and as I was reading through them, I thought actually this aligned quite well with my new atheistic beliefs. So I particularly lean into the Church of Satan side as opposed to the Temple of Satan side, and a lot of that, as I was reading the Satanic Bible, I realised that there was a lot in there that was very supportive of things like polyamory and bisexuality and things like that, and it was really important for me, having come from a very sort of homophobic Christian upbringing, to see a space where, and like even in 1960s, that someone was publishing talking about actually there is a space to have religion that still is supportive of the lifestyle that I lead.
Cool. How did you find out about this group?
I got a message through from Joe saying that he was starting up a group, and I happened to be in the area. I'm not particularly local to Essex, but I was up in the area and thought it'd be really nice having introduced Joe to Satanism in the first place. It's all my fault. But yeah, I thought it's really nice to be part of this journey, seeing the way that they've started.
Cool.
Setting up new things.
So, what's drawn you to this particular group? So, what is your interest in this particular group?
So, despite my wonderful conversion, I'm more of a Church of Satan, and Jim's been really more interested in Temple of Satan. So I was really curious to see the way that they would run that as a ritual. And also, it's something that I very much came to as an individual, it's very much more online. So it'd be really nice to see other people kind of around, and to know that it is something that can be set up as a local community.
Cool. What did you think of the ritual? What did you feel? Did it fulfill your expectations?
I was a little bit nervous that it was going to trigger some of my religious trauma. I've since moving away from the church, if I've ever been in the church in a service, like there was a worry that we were going to be repeating words that kind of sounded biblical and things like that. But actually that wasn't the case. There was kind of enough participation and enough people not participating that it felt really comfortable, like it was a choice, not just you can not participate if you don't want to. So that made it really comfortable. So that was a really nice thing.
Awesome.
Exceeded expectations.
Do you have any feedback questions that we can use for future rituals, any other future events?
I think it was really nice to have a focus. So a focus on being against ignorance and pro-empathy. So I think it'd be really nice to continue something like that, sort of moving forwards. I was expecting something which perhaps had more of a strong tie to Satanism, like in my opinion. So a lot of my spiritual practices around being anti-religion and anti-really negative parts of religion. So I think that's something that I want to see kind of more going forward.
Cool. Would you come to one of these again?
Yeah, it's a bit of a drive, but
We'll have to just road trip down to you.
yeah, if it lines up with that, or if there was some way to attend, perhaps virtually, realising that you can only bring so much of your own sort of magic through the screen, but that would be something that I'd be interested
Awesome.
in. Yeah.
Cool. And for GDPR purposes, are you happy for me to add this ritual to this interview? to our social pages?
Yes.
Awesome. Hiya. What's your name?
Lizzie.
Lizzie. Nice to meet you, Lizzie. Just got a few questions for you. So, how did you first find out about Satanism?
So I found out out from Job, and then through talking to Job, and Job explained like everything to me, it started to interest me more.
Oh, cool, yeah. Nice. How did you first find out about this particular group? Again, through Joe.
I joined the Facebook group, Satanic Essex, that Joe runs, and then from there he put the event up, and then I joined that, and we have come down to
Nice. What's drawn you to this particular group? Is there a particular interest, or is it just a curiosity thing?
curiosity, and the fact that it's in Essex, curiosity and the fact that it's in Essex
Yes.
as well.
What were you hoping to get out of this evening, and did it fulfil your expectations?
Yeah, like the sort of social side of it, but also just generally like everyone's really friendly. But also taking part in a ritual for the first time, and also like the guided meditation after, and the shop at the bottom, shop as well.
Cool little addition, isn't it? Do you have any feedback, comments, or anything that you would like to add towards it? Anything that you think there should be, or anything you want less of?
No, I feel like this is great. This is really, really good.
Yeah, cool. You happy for me to add this to our socials?
Yes, that's absolutely fine.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello,
What's your name?
my name's Amber, aka Moonchild.
Nice. Okay, so how did you first find out about Satanism?
Just for curiosity. So I've been a witch my whole life. I've only really dived into it in the last sort of 4 or 5 years. And I've got an absolute fascination with Aleister Crowley, and that's kind of where I learnt everything. I even named my dog after Aleister Crowley. So
That's
his
awesome.
full name is Aleister Crowley Smith, and that's only when he's naughty that he gets that.
What dog is it?
But yeah, I just find everything really fascinating to do with spirituality and things like that. I love learning about all of it rather than just Christianity or Satanism or whatever. I've got no specific religion, but I just call myself a spiritual person.
Fair play. Yeah. What kind of dog have you got?
He's a Saluki, so he's like a big fluffy horse basically.
Okay, so how did you find out about this group?
So I interviewed Joe a little while ago on my own podcast, and I've known of Joe for a long time, but I only actually met them properly, I think it was a couple of months ago or something like that, just before Christmas. And Sophie, who is a mutual of Job, I've known her since I was like 2-3 years old, so I kind of got to know him through that as well.
So what's drawn you to this group? What's your interest? Obviously, we know we've covered the curiosity, but is there anything else? The cool
It's just
people.
a nice vibe, there's no judginess, everyone's very supportive of each other.
Yeah. Awesome. So what were you hoping to get out of this evening, and did this fulfill your expectations?
Yeah, it's something new. I think it would be cool if it was like maybe a little bit longer, but as like a first taste session, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, awesome.
It went really well, it's really smooth, and I felt comfortable. Yeah.
Cool. Would you do this again?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. And are you happy for me to add this up to our social medias? Wonderful. The shenanigans that happens, this sort of thing.
No, but Catherine does. And when there's a will, there's a way.
In fact, I did perform it with Will in that weekend where there were like 3 gigs happening simultaneously.